ebintu bingi ebikwata ku malaria. Kisooka byonna nti omukyala akulira WHO ekitongole ekikwatagana n'ebyobulamu mu nsi yonna naye akikulira wano mu Uganda atutegeezezza nti abantu obukadde 282 buli mwaka abalwala malaria, era ku abo abantu 61,000 gifa malaria omusujja gw'ensiri. Kale nno ekizibu kino kinene nnyo, tegereza abantu 61,000 okubanga bafa malaria. Mu Uganda naffe tetutudde butuuzi nga tetunnagenda mu field kubaako kye tukola ku malaria. Tulina okukola survey, tulina okutambula ne tunoonyereza. Ekitongole kyaffe ekya Bureau of Statistics kikola omulimu ogw'okunoonyereza nti bino bye tukola birina gye bitutwala, tulina gye tulaga, era kifulumizza ripooti eno olwaleero okulaga nti nno malaria ddala obulwadde obwo tubutudde ku nfeete. Kiraze bulungi nnyo nti mu mwaka 2009 malaria prevalence, malaria oyo mu baana abali wansi w'emyaka 5 yali atwala ebitundu 45 ku 100, naye kaakati bwe tutuukidde kaakati ng'akendedde okutuuka ku bitundu 13 ku 100. Kitegeeza nti waliwo okugenda mu maaso okw'amaanyi, wabula bwe tutunuulira ekisave eyavaako wali emabega emyaka nga5 emabega, malaria yali atuuse ku 10%, 10 ku 100. Kitegeeza nti yadde tugenda malaria akendedde, naye ate mu kiseera kino eky'emyaka 5 azzeemu okweyongeramu. Kitegeeza nno nga gavumenti tulina okubaako bye tukola ebyenjawulo okulaba nti malaria taddamu kusaasaana mu ggwanga lyaffe, kubanga malaria oyo kyekimu ku bintu ekisinga okututwalira eddagala n'okulemesa abantu okukola emirimu gyabwe kubanga baba baladde malaria. In fact bangi era mu Uganda bafa ku mirimu ne batabeerayo. Kale nno tulina malaria ono okumulwanyisa ennyo mu Uganda, naye kakati waliwo essuubi era tugenda nga minisitule y'ebyensimbi okulaba era ne minisitule y'ebyobulamu ne bannaffe abalala betukolagana nabo okunoonyereza lwaki ate malaria ayongedde okuddamu okulinnya, yadde talinnye nnyo naye lwaki azzeemu okuddamu okulinnya. Ssente ze ntono ze tuteekamu abantu nga beeyongedde nnyo, obutimba bwe butakola bulungi. Barisaaki abajja kutubuulira wawe tulina kaakati okuteeka ssente okulaba nti nno malaria ono tumutuulira ddala ku nfeete. Malaria asobola okuggwaawo. Ensi nnyingi eziri mu tropical region, eziri ku equator, nga kaakati tezikyalina malaria yenna, nga zaalinanga malaria naye nga kaakati yaggwaawo. Naffe ekyo tusobola okukikola, malaria ono naggweerawo ddala mu Uganda.
Products we publish every month. You all know that every end of the month, the last working day of the month, we publish inflation figures for the country. We continue doing that. Every end of quarter, we publish quarterly estimates of GDP. In fact, today I'm going to sign off one dissemination showing how the economy is doing. For surveys, we want to go down to micro to explain what we get from the upper one. As the minister has told you, you have seen there has been improvement in malaria prevalence from 45% to 13%. Although we see a blip from 2019, which was 10, now it has gone up a bit to 13%. Another aspect you have seen in this survey is that the access to ITNs, insect-treated mosquito nets, has remained stagnant at 56%. The rate where we were in 2019 is the same. So what is the problem? Yet we know the Ministry of Health has been giving mosquito nets and has been campaign. The indoor spraying, yesterday in those 20 districts, but not sufficient. But so we have seen where those interventions have taken place, malaria incidences have remained high, especially in Lango. Whereas these other highlands like Gezi, you've seen they have the lowest malaria incidents with no mosquito nets and what have you. Low usage of mosquito nets. So there are so many combinations of things that policymakers need to look at to address the malaria issue. Next Thursday, we shall publish a monograph of orphans and other vulnerable children. And these things are related. They are all to do with well-being. You will find that that monograph will be exactly linking with what we produced in census. Orphans come because they have no parents. So orphanhood and mortality move together. So you'll be able to tease that information and know who are these vulnerable children, who are these orphans, what intervention is required to ensure that they are not very vulnerable. Then, on 26th, which is 2 weeks from today, we shall be publishing a multidimensional poverty index report. You remember last year, in April, we published the income poverty. We showed that the people living below absolute poverty were, was it 16%? Around there. Now that is those people who have no cash. But multidimensional poverty looks at general deprivation. Those lacking education, those lacking health, those lacking energy for cooking and for lighting and other social infrastructure. So we combine to get the level of deprivation in the country. And that report will show you that yes, you may be non-income poor, but you are deprived elsewhere. So that's the report that will come. And in April, we shall also produce, now the OVC, the orphans and other vulnerable children and multidimensional, are products of the census 2024. We have analyzed further the data to get those ones. Whereas this survey was independently conducted after census. Then we also conducted a survey on a census on baseline education. You remember from last year, April, we've been running up the country. We want to know the number of learners in schools, the enrollments, the infrastructure in schools, which school has classroom buildings, which school has stands, which school, whatever, and the number of teachers. So we shall be able to know in the early childhood education, how many are there, of what age. In the primary, how many are there. In secondary, how many are there, and other tertiary. So that information will be used to update the education management information system, which has been having gaps.
Doctor, I have a question regarding the survey report you have.
We are not experts in intervention. Now, the Minister of Health will have to sit and look at this report and make their own intervention or measures. We don't want to be a laboratory technician and then prescribe medicine. When you look at statistics, we are like lab technicians, like people in X-ray, people in the cities. They'll tell you this is your image, so we report as you are. Now, when we start doing recommendations, we may start stepping on people's toes. But we work with them to interpret the data we have given so that now they can address it. So all of those questions are asking about access to Fansida, people are saying, yes, for me when I took once, I stopped. So there are so many things of maybe behavioral change, whatever. Or they feel, okay, why should I continue taking Fansida? And what have you? Or if the mosquito nets in Kampala, is it because the Ministry of Health is not giving, or people are diverting them, or they are just keeping them there? You saw where they are saying we have extra, but we are keeping it for future use. So those are the facts we have come up with. We've come up with the summaries of the findings. Now it is time for the Ministry of Health and other actors to use this data and implement the measures that can eradicate malaria.